set my soul on fire.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're gonna do a 30-minute weight training workout. So it's a little bit different than a toning workout because we're gonna use a little bit of heavier weights. I have set a 5 pounds still for upper body, but I got a set of 15 pounds for lower body. Now, if you wanna make this more of a strength training workout, you can get heavier with that set. Or if you want the whole thing to be like a cardio burn, lightweight toning, you would just stick to your 5s for the whole workout. But I have a set of 5 pounds and 15 pounds. Let's begin. All right, guys, everything we do is 30 seconds long. Let's start with the warm up, elbow to knee tucks, 3, 2, and 1. Just tucking that elbow to knee and nice and tight, squeezing the core and waking up those abs. We do this one a lot because it's a little bit slower, but it starts warming up that center area here. Chest to knee, alternate. And twist, make sure you're twisting. Hip flexors are working here. Next, we have a toe reach to warm up the hamstrings. So opposite hand, opposite foot, pulling the shoulders back like this. And I'm only going a little bit past my knees because this is what I would do with a deadlift, a straight leg deadlift. Feeling that pull below the glutes here. Wake it up. I'm very sore, so I'm kind of moving a little bit slower today. Totally fine. Just kind of find your tempo that works for you. And reach. Let's get a squat. 3, 2, 1. So my feet are wider than shoulder width, toes slightly turned out, knees always in line with toes. Down and up. Find a good tempo that works for you. Make sure you're breathing. Relaxing the shoulders as well. 10 seconds. Nice and low, nice and high. We're gonna get high plank twist now to warm up the upper body. I'm gonna come down in the high plank, bring my foot to the outside of my hand, reach up and twist. Take your time with these. You can twist out your wrist and back down. Bring that foot up nice and high next to the hand and really get deep into the hips here. Last one. Twist and pop back up. One more round with the warm up. Elbow to knee. Nice and tight with that core. Breathe. Last ones. You've got 10 seconds left. Make sure you're squeezing your abs. That's what's super important with this one. Let's get those toe reaches, or some people call them good mornings when you're hinging at the hips. 3, 2, 1. Up and squeeze. Deep breaths. Leading with the chest, pulling the shoulders back. Think good posture with this. 10 seconds. Breathe. Squats. Toes slightly turned out. Core's tucked. Chest is up. Make sure you're taking deep breaths here. Last bit of the warm up. And then we're gonna get started with your first round, which will be lower body focused. We're gonna do that 2 times through, then we move on to upper body and abs. So the lower body, we're gonna be using your heavier set. I have a 15-pound set. And high plank twist. Coming down, step outside of the hand, twist, and back. Open, twist. Try to keep the hips nice and still. Also keeping them nice and high as you rotate between the two. We're gonna get started. Last one. Then you're gonna go and grab your heavy set. So I've got my 15. I am gonna rack them up high to get them out of the way because we're gonna start with side lunges. So I like to kind of hold mine up here like this, down and up, down. So now you're gonna wake up those glutes. We're right into it with round one. The key is both toes pointed forward. And sitting back in it. Chest is up, toes are not turned out. Other side. So I step, send my glutes back. Knees always in line with toes. So your knees are not coming out wide, right? Because if your knee went out like this, it could cause knee pain. So everything's in line, weighted in the heels. Glutes are pulled back. Last one. Next, we're gonna get a wide straight leg deadlift. So similar to that movement where we're going down and up, but we're gonna be wider. Toes are still forward. I'm coming down and up and squeezed. So you almost have like a slight arch in the back because we are getting those hamstrings. You're not rounded. Neutral spine. I'll give you a side view. Make sure you're wide with the feet. And up, squeeze. Down, up, and squeeze. Good. We're gonna revisit those in a little bit. Curtsy lunges with a pulse. Right foot back and over. Pulse and up to get in those glutes. Pulse and up. So if you are looking to build size in the glutes, a lot of these will train your hamstrings and your glutes, so you can definitely feel free to make these weights a little bit heavier. Or if you're just looking for like an overall calorie burn, to make the weights lighter. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1, back and over. Pulse and up. Watching that front knee, make sure it's not coming past your toes. And then your chest is staying up. And up. 10 seconds. So over and up. Over and up. Awesome, we're gonna come on down for some leg raises. So we're gonna get your abductors, those outer leg muscles, and I'm gonna do that by taking my heavy dumbbell, placing it on the top of my leg, whoop, and raising and lowering. So I'm making sure the dumbbell is like closer to my knee, so my leg is actually doing the work. Hips are stacked, make sure they're not facing the ceiling. Then we're gonna get your inner leg. This is a bit trickier. I just drop it here, my legs are really close together, and pulse up and down. Tiny movement, we're getting my adductors now, those inner leg muscles. So make sure you're feeling it in the inner leg. Again, my hips are not facing the ceiling. This part's really important, they're stacked. They're facing you guys, and it's just a tiny little movement to get that inner leg. And 3, 2, 1. We're gonna switch. Now, same thing for this one, the hips have to be stacked for you to feel this in the right spot because we're not training your hip flexors. If we were, we would tilt your hips up like this. So, up and down. Your body is gonna wanna kind of tilt towards the ceiling because our hip flexors are so strong. It kind of wants to take it on for you. But we're just trying to get those side leg muscles and also into the outside glute muscle a little bit. Okay, inner leg, flop it down, pulse, pulse. You definitely want to be on something soft for this so it doesn't hurt your hip. But this is a good way to train the adductors if you don't have like a cable machine or an adductor machine at the gym. I'm all about finding ways to train at home, however you can. 10 seconds. Then we're gonna move into a single leg glute bridge. So, I'm gonna show you a few options with this. You can just use one weight or both. But it looks like this. Weight on the hips. One leg is straight up, and you're going up and down. So you guys keep going with that. I'm gonna show you if you did want to use both, or you could just grab a heavier dumbbell. You kind of sit them like this. Now it always just depends what kind of dumbbells you have. Like if there's room for you to kind of pile them both, you can. Mine are a little bit like thicker. So you could also just go ahead and grab a heavier dumbbell, switch sides. But this is also good if you're just looking to get high reps, up and down. Last bit, in 15 seconds, we're gonna stretch. Get those hips nice and high. Last one. Okay, let's stretch. So we're gonna do a pigeon pose. I feel like we're ready for that. My knee's gonna come in front. I like to put my knee in kind of the center of my chest because it gets a little bit more into my glutes rather than if I have it on the side, it gets more in the hips. But you can just play around with it. Then switch sides and just kind of wake up the glutes. You're gonna start to definitely feel it, kind of feel that pull because you just trained that area. Now you're stretching it, shortening and lengthening. Definitely adds to the soreness, but in a good way. All right, guys, 15 seconds, we're starting back up with those 15s up high for your side lunges. In 10 seconds, so this is how I like to hold them. Some people hold them here. I kind of like it right here. Side lunges to the right in 3, 2, 1. Down. You're gonna wanna turn your toe out, but you can't for this. Instead, my butt's going back as far as possible. Booty back while keeping your chest up. So you kind of pretend like there's a chair behind you and you're pushing back and kind of tapping your glutes to the chair. Back up. Down. Should really feel your glutes. Side lunges is such a good way to get the glute muscles and kind of take it out of the quads. It's definitely one of the ways that I build my glutes. Keep your weight in your heels. Down. Peeling my toes off the ground. Down. And up. We have that wide RDL in 5 seconds. Feet are wide, toes forward, down, a little bit past the knees, up and squeeze. Down, up and squeeze. Side view, feet are wide, up and squeeze. So why this is slightly different than normal RDL with my feet being wide is I'm getting inside those outside hamstrings a little bit more. You have 3 hamstrings, and this is just kind of a different way to train them. It's good to change it up a tiny bit here and there. Curtsy lunges. Right side's going back and over in 3, 2, 1. Pulse. Remember, my knees not far past my toes, right? Because that can also cause injury. I'm pulling my body weight back. Now, you want to feel this in your front glutes. So my left glutes are taking this on, and I'm keeping all my weight in my left heel. Last one. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1. Over, pulse, and up. Breathe. And up. Back, pulse, up. 15 seconds. Deep breaths. Pulse. Okay, let's bring it down. Side leg raises with the 15. Right here. Nice and close to the knee. Up and down. Definitely starting to feel it. 10 seconds. Nice and high, hips stacked. Core is also nice and tight. Let's go to the inner leg. Again, pretty close to the knee, legs close together, up and down. It's gonna feel funny because you're like, why is it such a small movement? But then you'll start to feel it. Always good to train the inner legs. Hips stacked. So even I wanna kind of start to turn in. You wanna say stack to the side. Switching sides here. Okay. Weights up and down. Sometimes you find one side's like a little bit stronger than the other. That's pretty normal. Just make sure you're not favoring one side and you're training them both nice and evenly. 5 seconds. Boop. Inner leg now. Let's drop it down and up and down. Up and down. Breathe. I always want to open my hips, keep them facing the wall. 15 seconds. Then we have those glute bridges. I'll just use one weight this time for those. If you guys want to use a heavier weight, if you have a heavier weight. Using both is a little bit hard with the single leg. It's a bit easier when it's both feet at once, because you have a little bit more room, but this is fine. Okay. Single leg, right leg up. 3, 2, 1. Point that toe. Sometimes our leg wants to fall forward. Make sure it stays straight up and your weight is in your left heel. Push nice and high. Last one. And switching sides. Same thing, my weight is in my right heel. Leg is straight up and down. Up, squeeze the glutes and down. Now it's not about speed. Up, squeeze and down. It's about completing this movement and down. 15 seconds. Up and down. And down, good, almost done. Last one. And down. All right, let's stretch it out now with a seated glute stretch. So I'm gonna just hug my knee into my chest here like this. And I like to pull it back. So I kind of work through the glutes with this stretch. We wanna keep it moving a little bit because we're not done yet. We still have arms and abs, but you made it through the hardest part. Oh, squeeze it in, I'm very sorry. Woo. And rock it. Catch your breath. So the next thing we're gonna be doing is more like compound movements. I always love to have you doing 2 things at once and not waste your time. So we'll be doing like sit-ups with arms, blah, blah, blah. Let's get those 5s ready. We're gonna be using these for the rest of the sesh. We're gonna begin in 10 seconds with a chest press, sit-up, shoulder press. Like this. Come on down. And you're laying down, knees bent. I'm gonna go chest press, sit up so my elbows become bent, and press at the top. I'm just gonna move over a little bit, okay, or down. Boom, boom, sit up and press. It's kind of like a narrow press. You're gonna get a bit more into the triceps. Pull in as you come up, tricep push up, down. So with these, because we have lighter weight, it's good to go a bit faster because your goal here is just to tone the arms. We're never really trying to build like big size in the upper body. Push. You just want to see the muscle a little bit, which primarily comes from the kitchen, as we know. But you can also add that lean muscle with 5 pounds, 8 pounds. I don't really recommend going too much higher. I know you're capable, we all are, but it's more about if you're going for aesthetics, we kind of like the lighter weight. Boom, okay. And this is not easy, get ready. We have renegade rows with your 5s. I know we've all done these here before. High plank, feet wide. I'm gonna row, row, row. So we have 30 seconds, now you already have 15 seconds left. Row. If this is crazy for you, you kind of come down those knees, but notice my weight is still forward like this. I'm not back here, then it won't really make any sense. Row and row. So from here you have cross mountain climbers. Now if your wrists are hurting, you will just move those weights quickly. Pop back, tuck, tuck, tuck and squeeze. I have my spine slightly rounded as you can see. Tuck, tuck. 10 seconds, guys, then we're gonna come right onto our backs. Boom. Uh-oh, we're having some difficulties. Okay, you're gonna flip on now to your back, and we have crunches. I'm gonna put a 5 on my hips, but then I am gonna show you it with a 15. Weight is here. I'm crunching from one knee to the other knee. So chest to knee, chest to knee. It's not elbow to knee, it's chest to knee, chest to knee, chest to knee. And you have a full minute of these. Chest to knee, chest to knee. Chest to knee. So you are gonna feel this weight more in your core. Now, option to use your heavier weight, like my 15 could go my hips. I'm just starting with the 5. It's okay if it rolls around, like your core, as you know, comes from here to here. Core is a very big space. It's okay if the weight moves. And then we're gonna switch to leg raises in 3, 2, 1. Hands either under the glutes or under the neck, and you're coming down and up. I like to have my hands under my neck. It's just all about keeping that lower back nice and flat to the mat. And breathing up and down. So again, your hands can be under here, head can be flat. Last 2. Last one, we've got some planks to end the round. Coming on my side, my right side, 30-second plank. 3, 2, 1. We hold. Making sure your shoulder is directly above the elbow. Hold on nice and tight. You already only have 10 seconds left. Tuck the belly in. We're gonna move into a center plank for a full minute. I know you can do it, even if you never have before. You're gonna try it today. 3, 2, 1. Shoulders directly above elbows. Core is tight, belly is tucked in. Booty squeezed. He is putting this through the shoulders and into the abs. Your abs are probably stronger than your shoulders, depending what you train more of. Push it through. Now, if you're dying, you bring your back up. I don't want to see you arching. You don't want to do that. So right here, we're neutral. You have 30 seconds left. So good. Breathe. You got 20 seconds. Again, you can pop up if you really, really, really need, but stay with me here. You only have 15 seconds left, and we're gonna move into that other side plank, and then you're done. And we stretch. So side plank on the left side in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So for you guys, you're just gonna flip like this now. Okay, I'm gonna quickly come to the other side so I can face you. Right here. And hold. Last push, and we have a minute stretch. Core is tucked. Everything's in line. Just 10 seconds. Do anything for 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Let's stretch in 3, 2, 1. See, those rounds I think go quicker. Upper body. All you need is some light weight and some body weight, and it is hard. It is very hard. High plank, right into that down dog. Pedal it out. And when you're ready, come to your up dog. Keep the shoulders down. I would like to pull my core in and get that extra stretch here. Twist it out. Knees wide. I take up like a little down dog and just get my lats. I push my chest forward here. Okay guys, last round of this workout. Your best round yet. We have our 5s. You have a chest press, sit up shoulder press. I am gonna grab a 15 for when we do core. Put it here. Let's get started. Last round. 3, 2, 1. I chest press. I sit up. Push. Now make sure you're not sitting up with momentum. The weights actually help kind of like weight you up. Press. Chest press. Boom. You can do a wide press if you prefer. I really like a tricep press just because I'm more interested in kind of targeting that area. Down, up, pull in, push up and through. In, elbows in tight, up and through. You know we have those renegade rows coming up next, guys. Challenge yourself with those. Try a few of them. It's okay if your wrists feel a little funny, like sometimes that's just because we don't train your wrists often. You also can do alternating again like this and just doing one side maybe for like 10 reps and then switching and getting that other side. But we've got 20 seconds left. Let's get these here. Trying to keep the hips nice and still. Then we have those rows, or those mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1. We're climbing it. Breathe. We have big pushes, and then we have like a mini break, sort of. We've got those alternating crunches in 15. Opposite elbow to knee. Let's bring it down. So I am gonna use a 15 for this. It actually stays in place a little bit better. Coming on my back, weight is here, knees up. And again, I'm going chest to right knee, chest to left knee. Lots of core control. And they're just randomly a lot harder than regular crunches. Deep breaths. We're gonna get leg raises in 3, 2, and 1. Down, up, keeping the legs as straight as you can. So good. These always hurt so good. We have your planks coming up in 5, in 4. Last bit of work, right side plank, 3, 2, and 1. Feet are stacked. Last push. We made it through. Staying an easy one, 15 seconds. We have that center plank. 10 seconds. Center plank in 3, 2, 1. So today you will have done a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 planks. That's insane. Every client I have who starts being unable to maybe do like 30 seconds to a minute, they get to 2 minutes in like a month. Because a lot of planking is mental. I know it's crazy to say, but once your core gets strong, you can do these. 30 seconds left. Belly's tucked in. I even find myself kind of coming up. Totally okay, as long as your lower back is not arched and you are feeling the good core. 20 seconds. Again, checking your shoulders, making sure they're above the elbows. It's good if you have a little mirror or something. You're not here. You're not too far forward. Let's get that left side in 3, in 2, in 1. Last 30 seconds of the workout, and we're up. Raise your arm if it helps. Abs are tight. Directly above my shoulder. 15 seconds. Last 10 seconds of the workout. We are done in 3, 2, and 1. I can't even move. Whew. Full body workout. I don't know, these 30-minute workouts kill me. They are tough. Okay, we need to stretch. Back to your down dog. We're not quite done yet. I always like to start a high plank. Push it back, pedal it out. Breathe. I was like, pull my core in. I'm stuck in with this. I just feel it deeper in my abs. Like I don't really know. And twist. Get in the obliques a little. Cat cow. Arch and look up. Round and look down. Child's pose, knees wide as the mat, toes together. Pull out with those fingers and then push your chest through and just like picture yourself stretching out your lats, like these side muscles here, stretching and lengthening. Deep breaths. Get a little arm stretch. You guys did amazing, amazing. So again, I always recommend kind of staying with the 5 pounds, but you really can change around your 15 pounds if you're looking to build some muscle in the booty, or if you're looking to make the workout an overall toning workout, you would go with the 5s or 8s for the whole thing. But thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you next time.